I'm having excruciating pain. I was not able to sleep well, and I still kept pursuing my Hindu gods and goddesses, praying to them, asking for their healing. I didn't receive any healing from them. It was a very, very sad time of my life.
Mamta Mukerjee grew up in New Delhi, India. Her father was a Hindu and devout worshiper of the goddess Durga. Watching her father's daily adoration of Durga inspired Mamta to do the same.
I started following his footsteps right when I was 8, 9 years old. I was told that she has the divine power and she is able to take care of all that is going on in our lives.
After Mamta turned 13, she began experiencing hormone issues, and her monthly cycles stopped. The hair on her head began falling out, leaving bald spots. Mamta had a surgery to remove ovarian cysts, but that didn't fix her symptoms.
I just started feeling depression, and along with that came throbbing headaches. I would just take it to Durga and just pray about it, and hoping and believing that she would take care of my matters. And so I never doubted her, but I always had questions at the back of my mind that why she's not listening to my prayers.
Mamta was put on hormone medicine and antidepressants. In spite of her ailments, she went on to finish college. And then at the age of 24, she moved to the United States, where she met an Indian couple who were Christians. They encouraged her to attend church with them.
They welcomed me warmly, and the pastor had a very wonderful message about his God, Jesus. After the church, there was something like I felt there was a shift in my soul or in my spirit, because I felt such peace, which I never felt the peace before.
For the next several months, Mamta went to church on Sundays while continuing to worship Durga the rest of the week.
I had fear of losing track of my Hindu gods. If I would step out of Hinduism, if I would step out of worshiping my Hindu gods and goddesses, they would punish me. They would be angry with me.
Eventually, Mamta got married and stopped going to church. She and her husband moved to North Carolina, where, with the help of fertility treatments, they had 2 daughters. All the while, Mamta continued to be tormented by health issues.
Then comes the excruciating pain I started experiencing from my waist down. It was kind of revolving pain. It would just revolve 24 hours a day. And so I felt so sad in my heart, extremely sad, because my children were little. I felt handicapped.
Desperate for relief, Mamta went to a number of doctors and even tried homeopathic treatments. Having been told by a friend that the god Krishna was the supreme Hindu god, she began intensely worshiping him and consulting gurus. Nothing worked.
I didn't get any answer from them. So it was just empty. It was just like one-side talk. I was talking and there was no response from those gods and goddesses. So it was very, very depressing time.
Mamta continued to search for answers. She remembered a friend she'd made shortly after coming to the States, who she felt was very spiritual. They reconnected through Facebook, and the friend told Mamta to start attending church again.
She would always talk about God, and she never mentioned about which God she was talking about. She said, I'm talking about God of the whole universe, the God, the one true living God. That's Jesus. So I knew about Jesus, but I didn't know that he is the God of the universe.
Mamta was reluctant at first, not wanting to offend her Hindu gods. But she ultimately mustered the courage to visit a local church, where she asked the pastor for a healing prayer. He had one question.
Do you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? I said, yes, I do accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. And then at that point, then they started gathering congregation, and then they started praying for my healing. I felt so light in my body, like from head to toe. There was no pain in my body. It just left. Within a couple of weeks, the problem that I had encountered at the age of 13, where I lost my monthly cycle, came back to me. Supernaturally, God gave it to me. I don't have any hormonal issues anymore. I felt I received my healing from Jesus.
Mamta became a follower of Jesus, praying to Him and reading the Bible.
I was just being liberated. I was being set free from something that was holding me back for so many years of my life. The veil of darkness came off of my eyes and off of my mind, off of my heart, that I could receive Jesus' truth.
She removed all the Hindu idols from her home and has spent the last 10 years sharing with others about the miraculous healing she received.
I feel very peaceful of having not to worry about serving so many gods and goddesses. Only one God, and that's Jesus. He's set me free from all those infirmities that I dealt with for so long, for 30 years of my life. I just love the Lord with all my heart. And I just, I'm so blessed that He has called me as His own daughter, and into His kingdom. So that relationship is very precious to me with the Lord.